What's up, guys? Welcome back to Talks with Dan Kathman, the number 10,001 podcast in the world. I'm just kidding. I don't know what number we actually are, but it's low. It is Sunday night here, and I have a new setup here. If you're not watching, you're just listening, I have a new setup. I have a jockey arm, which is a little mechanical arm that's connected to the desk and holds the microphone. And it is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. I'm moving it around. Hold on. Look at this. You can swing it. Swing it back. What's up? Hi, my name is Dan Kathman. It is so, ever since, I don't know why, since I was probably 15, I've wanted a desk jockey. I don't know why. I say desk jockey. I don't know what they're actually called. They say just like, mic desk arm is what they're called. If you look, it's like the desk. It's a desk jockey is what it is, because the disc jockey radio. It's just like what it is, and I'm just so excited to finally have one. It's just so cool. I know it's the nerd in me. I know I get it. I'm a nerd with that stuff, and I like it a lot. But this is just probably one of the coolest things I've ever got, especially because now I have a podcast, which if you're new here, welcome. This is technically the third episode. I say technically because I've recorded a lot of different episodes through the years. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time, probably since first time I wanted to do a podcast, I'd say about 5 years ago. So I've really kind of been whatever with this for a long time. So I get it, with wanting to, whatever you want to do. You want to start a business, you want to start making content, you want to do whatever, you follow your dreams, you want to lose weight, you want to work out, you want to be more mindful. These are all habits and stuff that we're trying to start. Really, I mean, yes, they're going for your dreams, but really you're trying to break bad habits and start new ones. And it is a grueling process. It's very difficult. You're dealing with stuff. But if you think about it like that, that's kind of what that's what it is. A lot of people say, well, I don't have time, I don't have this, I don't have that. And yeah, those are all true and all valid. And, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to do, Dan. What do I do? What am I going to even talk about? What am I going to even, what business would I start? I don't know, different things. And we all have our things, there's always these things that we want to do, we can't do. And they all seem so far off until you realize that they're just you starting a new habit. And that's easier said than done. If talk to anyone who's tried to quit smoking, it's the same as when you try to quit a habit than when you try to start one, because technically you're stopping some when you start a new one. So it's very hard. But good news is they say success is actually a short race. This is from the book The One Thing, The Power of Habit. Success is a short race. So that means that you just have to do whatever you're doing until the habit takes over, and then it becomes easy. So how long does a habit take to form? On average, 66 days a habit takes to form. So 2 months, that's all it takes for you to follow your dreams and do what you want. Now, you won't reach your goal, right? You won't reach your goal to the outside world. You won't have, made it to number one or whatever, really made a career on YouTube, or maybe you wouldn't have really been able to just live off your business, or you might not have finished the book. But what you have done is started the habit. Now, don't get me wrong. There is things that you have to do. You have to keep going, of course, and it's still grueling, but it's not as grueling. It's not as hard. But the biggest thing that you do is the work. That's the point. We look at these things, and here's your dreams, here's your goals in life. What do you want to do? And it's like, what am I going to do with my life? And I want to do these things, but I can't. And we think of them as big, far off dreams. And it's really, the real thing is just doing the work. And that is easier said than done. Yes, do the work or whatever. But really what you're doing is you're starting a habit. And it's very, very hard to start a habit and to stop one. Again, talk to any drug addicts and they'll tell you it's hard to stop. So you have these things in our lives that we do And we have all these built up psychological reasons why we don't do certain things, and certain things stop us. And so you got a lot of baggage, a lot of things you're dealing with. But I think it's, what I'm doing personally, the reason why I'm talking about this is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to start these habits to what I want to do with my life, even though it's hard, and I've learned that this is the way, this is the only way. You just got to, they say you just got to do the work. And that means really you just got to get into the habit of doing whatever it is you're doing. Whatever you want to do, find out what you got to do that, and then do that every day. Now, these 2 months, 66 days on average, it takes to start a habit. They are grueling. It is like military boot camp, okay? And some days are like Hell Week. You don't know what Hell Week is? It's terrible. You stay up pretty much the whole time. It's the worst week. They try to get everyone out, who doesn't want to really be there, and they test you on every level, mentally, physically, literally. I mean, well, stay up and hang out. No. You're staying up like until you're delusional, and they push you to your brink, to your breaking point, and then, test you then. Let's see if you can fire a weapon after being up for 72 hours accurately and save your, life. Anyway, it's not that bad. And that's what I'm saying. It's not that bad, but it feels that bad. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's hard to start. And really, honestly, the first week is probably one of the hardest to get going, just to continue every day. Because that's for me, I was doing like, say, let's do 3 a week, or let's do this every other day, and that's fine. Depends on your personality. That's fine. That works. Do whatever you want to do once a week or whatever. But for me, what I've realized recently is that it's got to be every single day if I really want to do this. And I want to do it, with my life. These are the things I want to do. I wanted to be a YouTuber before I really even knew what it was, but I kind of stopped because I didn't see the potential. Now, this was in 2010 or 9, still very fairly new, and I liked it, and I just didn't continue doing it. That's why I'm so hell-bent on TikTok right now, even though I've only gone back to like maybe one a day in the past. Recent events in the world have taken me off my schedule quite a bit, with everything going on. I mean, do you want a list? So it's really kind of hindered people doing stuff, change things for a little while, what to post. Is it insensitive in these times, and different things like that. And so we're kind of getting back to a little bit of like people just want to be entertained a little bit because the world is fucking crazy and it sucks. I mean, yes, there's a lot of stuff going on, but as a whole, it's just like, an anxiety attack. It's like everything sucks. So, I'm finding more and more people like myself are starting to really, get back and try to, make some stuff for people. And really, it's just, this is what I want to do with my life. So I want to get back to work because, working, this to me is kind of working. This feels good. This is good to work. So that's the thing. Get back to work, do the work. And that's all it is, whether you're trying to get in shape, whether you're trying to, lose weight, while you're trying to write a book, start a business, make content online, be more mindful, meditate, yoga, whether you're trying to read a book, educate yourself, better yourself, whether you're trying to better your relationships, better your, relationship with God, better your relationship with your faith or whatever you believe in, better your relationship with your friends and find more friends and people and try to find whatever you're trying to do, save more money, whatever you're trying to do, eat better, whatever you're trying to do, these are habits that you're trying to form, right? I do think, they do say you can only start one habit at a time. I think that is pretty true. You need to focus on one, but I think there's a caveat to that. You can focus on one in one area. So, I don't think, it's like one, for me, it is kind of in the beginning, it's a little bit like, this is everything, that's why I don't want a relationship. I don't want to have to focus on that because I don't want to start something new, right? You don't want to start anything new when you're trying to really, and I've been going at this for a long time. You know, like I said, I started my YouTube channel a long time ago, and now I have committed to to making content, and it has been, oh my God, grueling every day. I mean, just months and months and years I've spent, even trying to figure out my content, what I'm going to do. Like instead of just doing, right? I didn't think I could do this. I didn't think I could, do that. I thought I had to be funny. I couldn't do this kind of entertainment. Oh, and I definitely can't do anything educational or teaching. Absolutely not. No one's going to want to listen to that. I can't talk about anything business, even though I fucking had one since I was 19 years old. I can't talk about that. No. I don't want to say anything about that. I don't want to give anybody advice. And because, even though people come to me most of my life to talk to me about things, I don't want to talk about that because I don't want to, so always these things. I don't know what to do. Should I do this? It's got to be entertainment. It's got to be comedy. You got to pick a niche. You got to pick a niche, stay in it, don't go out of it. And for me, it's like, fuck you. Like this is what I'm doing. And the main thing that I've learned, I've read a lot. If you watch any of my videos, you see or follow me on Instagram and stuff. I like to read. And that happened. I did not always like to read. In fact, I was horrible at reading. That happened because of failure. I failed in business my first go at really my first company when I was 19. And then I was 23, 24 when we had to dissolve it. And I was broke and I had to move halfway across country where I am now in Dallas, back in with my parents. And that was a blow. That was a real blow. And it took me a long time to get back up from that. And I also tried many different things, which on the one hand, I recommend, sure, you're in your 20s. I recommend you try different things, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you don't really know, taste some things, try some stuff. That's great. Because now I know for sure what I don't want to do. And I've learned different things from different industries because I went completely different industries and stuff like that than anything I ever done or anything I knew. And because I was heartbroken, about my business, which was a photography and video production company. And I didn't want anything to do with photo or video. So that's probably also why my YouTube channel and all that stuff fell off too. Because I was like, I don't want to do anything like that. Because I was hurt by myself. Like I did it. Like I wasn't in blame mode. I was in complete, this is me and I suck. And everything sucks and I don't want to do this anymore. So I get it. And I was a person who never gave up. And so my advice to you is don't give up forever. It's okay actually to give up sometimes. Some people say never give up. But I mean, some of us have given up temporarily. At the time, it was forever. I dropped out of college, and at the time, it was forever. I wasn't going to go back. I do have a degree. I finished. I graduated. But at the time, no, I dropped out. And I was cool with that. I'm like, peace. I don't want to do this shit. I didn't want to do it from the start. Just don't quit forever, I guess is my thing. And then, doing what I was talking about, the habit, man, this habit of whatever you want to do, I think is the most important thing you can do. And just focus on that. So instead of thinking about, oh, I need 1 million followers. Oh, I need all this stuff. I need to make a bunch of book sales. I need to have a big business to support myself and my family. I need all this stuff right now. And if I can't have it right now, well, I'm not going to do it. Well, stop being such an idiot about that stuff because it's not going to happen overnight. It takes time, one day at a time, and I think that, I knew that pretty much straight up out the gate. But for me, it was like, when I was 19 or 18, when someone threw, I think my first like real job, I made a like couple grand, like two grand or something like that. And it was an invention of a business that I did. And I was fucking loaded. I was like, fuck this. I'm never working for anybody ever again. You cannot make me. You cannot make me. I don't give a fuck if they're paying me $200,000 a year. I'm not going to fucking do it. There's no fucking way. But I was like that. I mean, yes, if you look back at my history, you'll be like, oh, well, you were meant to do this. You were always entertaining people. You always were, you always were an entrepreneur. You were selling candy out of your backpack and you were, doing all this stuff. And that is true. I was selling candy out of my backpack in elementary school. I built a lemonade stand, no success. I had failure early. Started a lawn mowing company, very little customers. I made business cards though. First business cards I made, I was 8. What else did I do? Oh, so the candy thing was actually pretty good. If you want to hear a pretty funny story, I guess it's, you'd be like, oh yeah, sure. But it's just like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I was born to do it or not. I don't know how much is you're born and stuff is other stuff is like, experience or a combination. I think it's a combination of both. Things that happen in your life and the way that you're made. I sold candy out of my backpack because, okay, if you remember any 90s kids listening, or maybe it was later too, and maybe they still do it. I actually don't know. All I know is my experience. Remember those boxes of candy that they would sell for fundraisers? It was like this, maybe a blue box that like lifted up. It was like a suitcase, and you lifted it up, and there was this like array of like, holy shit candy, just like, piles of them. And you would pay them for the, thing. It would be a fundraiser for like, I don't know, PTA or Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. I don't know what the fuck it was, honestly, for. But anyway, I remember being at Sam's Club. Now, if you don't know what Sam's Club is, it's, a big super center like Costco or something like that. Anyway, it has, I went there with my mom once, and I saw candy, and they were selling it by the boxes. I'm like, what the fuck? They're selling these by the boxes? It's crazy. And I was like, oh, can I get one of these? And it was like cheap, So she bought me a couple, and I got some different varieties and stuff like that. And the following week, when the hype was still there, but the candy was not, everyone wanted candy, but there was no more fundraisers. So I sold the candy out of my backpack for like $1 more each. I was like, hey man, you want some candy? And they're like, yeah, dude, what you got? And I opened it up. They're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, man, what you want? I'm like, $2. So like, $2? Fundraisers won. Yeah, well, you get a hall pass and go to the vending machine then. Or you can buy it right here. But fundraiser's over. Oh, no. All right, here you go. Boom. I think I didn't sell that much. I wasn't making bank, but I was just something that I saw. Supply and demand. Demand was then there for it, and then it was gone. And I found the supply. And then, anyway. And then I think I made necklaces and stuff in high school for a little bit. I sold them. Didn't make a lot, but I did make them and sell them, and it was fun and cool. And wallets, I think I made duct tape wallets, which were difficult to make. Holy shit. Yeah, I realized quickly that I did not want to be in that business. Early on, I realized, I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to be like having to literally make these by hand and sell them for like $20. That is way too much time. I realized that early on. I'm like, too much time for too little money. Suck a dick. I'm sorry. I'm really letting loose on this podcast, people, so watch out. But yeah, and then when I was a kid, I had a bunch of different centers and stuff in the house. So my mom told me like I had a bunch of different like I had an art center, which I wasn't very good at art, but I liked to paint. And I had a music center, and I wasn't super good at music, but I liked playing, And then I had something else, and then of course I performed for family and people who came over in front of the fireplace, which was like my center, and did jokes and sketch comedy and try to make people laugh, which I was successful at. Even at an early age, I was still pretty good at that. I liked that a lot. And then I would make videos with my friends on the weekends all the time. I loved that. Favorite thing to do was to make videos. I didn't really have a plan. I just got the camera out, and we, me and 6 or 7 or, so my friends would make videos, and, that was fun. And then, of course at school, and then I played 3 or 4 sports at once. So that was kind of my life. And I always had these different, and I had a science lab in the garage. I was always interested in science and stuff like that, even though I wasn't extremely, again, like, I have a curiosity about a lot of different things. I'm just like, what's that about? That's interesting. And I did actually, fun fact, I did do the science brain bowl in high school. Even like I was like into it. I couldn't do it that much because of theater and stuff. I started doing theater in high school, But we went to this competition. It was really fun. And a lot of kids, I mean, they did what I consider the smart stuff, like the Q&A questions and stuff like that, of like answering scientific questions. And it was like a debate. And I was like, but I was the demo. I led the demo team, and we did a demonstrate. Well, it's basically just me. Did a demonstration, of science. So basically, if you've seen any of my videos with the science code, that's what I did. So we competed or whatever, and I won. I won that thing. It was super fun. I don't even know what I did. I just relied heavily on my acting chops, and that's why they wanted me, because I was the actor, and they're like, oh, we need a demo guy. You could totally do this. I'm like, yeah, I could totally do that easily. And I also love science, so let's do it. And what did I do? Something with a bubble? I don't know. Super fun, but I've loved science since I was a kid. Not really super great. Again, not like genius at science, but I'm just intrigued by stuff. So anyway, so I don't know why I brought this up. Here are some things about me. But my point was, I think that finding your niche for your whatever you're doing, your niche, I don't know how you want to say it, but it's you. So maybe think about it like that. That's what changed for me. That's, as you'll see, I've lost quite a bit of followers and stuff on Instagram, at least. Instagram's finicky. I don't know what the deal is, but I'll lose a follower or two every single day, or gain one, lose one. I don't have that many followers at all. Maybe like 1,300. And most of them I thought were my friends. So I'm looking at them like, are these my friends, like, that are like peacing out on me? Like, deuces, dude. I don't like you or your shit. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. I don't like you either, bitch. But anyway, so just so you know, people unfollow and unlike and say mean things sometimes to everybody. So it comes part of it, and they're dealing with some stuff probably, and sometimes they just don't like what you're doing, and that's okay, especially right now, because I'm changing what I'm doing a little bit. And what I'm telling you is, your niche is you. So for me, for a lot of times I was trying to pick my niche or whatever, especially I'm talking about online content or whatever you're doing, maybe your business even, it's you. That is the most unique thing about you, is you. So instead of trying to, if you heard, I'm talking about specifically, YouTube and online creators and stuff like that of any kind, you hear about YouTube burnout and stuff like that. And I think, and that's when they, the creators and stuff who were real big, 10 years ago aren't really anymore, and they burned out and they stopped doing it because they couldn't continue on the pace of making videos every day. And I think the real issue more so is that, yes, that is grueling process. I know. It's more about they put themselves, I think, maybe they put themselves in a box of their own design that's only one part of them. So then they're stuck making this stuff that's only like one piece of them, that they want to do other things. They want to talk about other stuff and do other types of videos or do other types of things or whatever, but they're stuck in this box that they think that they can't leave. So then, of course, you get kind of drained because you're like, oh, I got to do another one of these. And if you were just yourself, your niche is you, then you would might be like, oh, well, I can do anything. Okay. Well, today I'm going to go do this. Today I'm going to do this type of video. Fuck it. I don't care. And I think that's the enlightenment right there. I think that's the key, at least for me, what I'm going to try. And because for me, again, I've had different types of things I've always been interested in. So saying just, hey, you're just going to do this center for the rest of your life, this little part right here, we're only going to want to see this, and this is it. Creatively, that's all. Just be funny, nothing else. That is great. That's probably the closest you'll get to be like, okay, that's cool. But I got much more that I want to do and that I'm about, especially wanting to create every day or on a regular basis. It's different than, doing a show or doing a movie that you do once a year. I mean, I can be funny once a year. Shit. Especially, stand-up. I mean, that's different too. It's like you're working constantly on 5 minutes to 15 minutes, but it's the same shit over and over again. It's not like you're getting up there and doing a new 5 minutes every goddamn time. You're working on the same fucking shit over and over and over and over again until you get that down and you work it up to 10, then you work up 15, then 20, then 30, then 45, then, 60 minutes, and then you're at almost pushing 90. Now you got a special, or 60 minutes, you might have a special too. And then you're good. And then you tour that same fucking thing for a year, and then you sell DVDs, and you start all over again. It's very different than coming up with a new 5 minutes every damn night. It's not the same. So, yeah, I could be funny if I had the same if I was doing the same video every day. I could be like, hey guys, same video again. How you doing? My name's Dan. This is a joke. Here it is. It's just online is different. People belittle it and talk badly about it and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, okay. I've done stand up. I know what it's like. And it's like, it's different. Yes, it's harder if you're new at it. And it's, you've got the live audience there and, that sucks. But also it's better. In my opinion, it's better. Like you at least know and you got some communication going on. So even if they're booing you, it's like, well, at least you're like getting some reaction. The best reaction I got is someone unfollowing me. I'm like, okay, well, I take that as in like walking out during my set. It's like, okay, well, cool. That's the best I got. Like that's the best assumption that I have. It's like, you didn't like it and you left. All right, cool. In summary here, let's just bring it back to start the habit. Do the thing. That's the work. That's the real, how you want to get to your dreams, how I'm going to get to mine. The reason why I'm saying this now, because this is what I'm doing right now. And it's what I think after everything that I've been learning and stuff and history and time. The one thing that I haven't done is be consistent with whatever it is I want to do. So that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm doing. And this week is the first week. Are you ready for this? I've made a video every single day on YouTube for the past 8 days. What's up? That's it. Yeah. How do you feel about that? The past 7 days, so the full week, and then last Saturday too, and Thursday, maybe on Friday morning. I don't know. So it could be 9, but it's really 8 days in a row. 8 days in a row. That's pretty awesome. And today will be 9. I'm going to put this one on my personal channel. So that's what today's video is going to be. So boom, I don't care. See, that's what I'm saying. It's on my personal page, and it's going to be podcasts and sketches and real talk and vlogs and reviews and other things, maybe some business stuff, educational stuff. Who knows? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this. Thanks for listening too. My name is Dan Kathman, and this is Talks with Dan Kathman. You guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you. Bye.